Hello, hello, dear students. This is the video for class 8, and in this video, I'm going to start a new chapter, chapter number 5, Introduction to Java. So, this is a very important video, students, and I have done a lots of hard work for preparation of this video, and this is very important video for you. In the previous class, we have learned about algorithm and flowcharts, and these things are the basic concepts for learning your programming language. Okay, algorithm and flowcharts are the basic things, and in this video also, this is the introduction to Java. So in this video I will explain some basic concepts related to Java programming language. Okay, so this is very important for you. You have to understand it nicely. So before starting this video, I would like to revise some important questions related to algorithm and flowchart. So first question is basic operations used for writing algorithm are known as. The answer is primitive. They are known as primitive. Second, the steps in an algorithm must be clearly defined in a pseudocode. The answer is pseudocode. Third question, dash are the better way to communicate the logic of a system to everyone. Answer is flowcharts. Flowcharts are the better way to communicate the logic of a system to everyone. Then last question, algorithms are composed of a dash number of operations. So algorithms are composed of a finite number of operations. Answer is finite. So you will also learn many different questions from the book. You have to revise book for your class test. Now coming to the topic, today we will discuss these topics related to chapter number 5. The first topic is Introduction to Java. Second, I will discuss about its usage of Java. Third, I will discuss what is IDE. It is known as Integrated Development Environment. So I will discuss about it. And the fourth topic is Object-Oriented Programming Concepts. That is known as OOPS concept. So I will also discuss about it. So first, coming to the introduction to Java. What is Java? Java is a popular programming language which is created in 1995. It is owned by Oracle. Oracle is one of the biggest company of the world. So Java is owned by Oracle, and more than 3 billion devices run Java. Your mobile, your laptop, and many another electronic devices run Java. Means many softwares are created by using Java programming language. Okay, and many electronic devices contain software which is made up of Java. So it is used for what are the usage of Java? It is used for mobile applications, especially Android apps. So in your mobile, you are running Android application software, means it is made up of Java. Desktop applications, it is used for desktop applications. It is used for web applications. You are running WhatsApp web or many another web applications. Okay, Paytm web app and many another web apps. So Java is used to develop those types of web applications. It is also used to develop desktop applications, means any type of application software can be made up of Java programming language. The next advantage, it is used for web servers and application servers. It is used for creating games. Java is used for creating games. You are playing nowadays, you are playing many Android games, okay, on your mobile. So many games are made up of Java. Next, database connection. It is used for database connection and much more. Okay, and many users of Java are there. Okay, so you have to learn about the basic concepts of Java, and you have to learn simple programming language so that in future you can develop a software in Java. Okay, So let us come to the next topic, children. Next, usage of Java you have understood. Then coming to the next topic, what is IDE? You can see Introduction to IDE. IDE is the integrated development environment that provides the user interface for code development. You can easily develop code inside the IDE. Its testing and debugging features. So three features. It gives you three features. Code development means you can write it coding, Java coding. You can write Java program. You can also test it, and debugging features means finding the error and compiling it, running it, finding the error and running the program. It is known as debugging. Okay. So it gives the user interface for code development. It provides the user interface for code development, testing, and debugging features. It helps to organize the project artifacts and the relevant to the source code of the software application. It provides several tools. You can see the third line. It provides several tools and features to make development easy. So in IDE, software development is very easy. Okay. And standardized based upon the programming language. The developer can write codes very easily. Now, next important point is that IDE also have functions to compile and interpret the program. With the help of IDE, you can also compile and interpret the program. So what is the main thing? What you understand by the IDE? The main thing is that IDE is known as Integrated Development Environment, which includes three things. What are the three things? An editor where you can write the code, of your program, which includes an editor, debugger, and the viewer. In IDE, you can write the code, you can debug error, you can find the error and correct it, and you can view the code, you can view the result. Okay, so it provides all the three things under one application. So that's why IDE is very popular, and some of the important IDE which are widely used nowadays are Eclipse for Java, Microsoft Visual Studio, Android Studio for mobile apps, etc. So, BlueJ is one of the Java development environment. BlueJ, in chapter number 5, you are going to study about BlueJ. So BlueJ is one of the Java development environment. Okay. So BlueJ is a development environment especially designed for teaching in introductory levels. It was designed and implemented by the team BlueJ. Okay. So it is just Java development environment. BlueJ and Java both are not different things, both are same things. Okay, only difference is that BlueJ is Java development environment. It is just like an IDE, okay, where you will find all the features for running your code, for creating your software. You can write the code, you can test it, you can debug it, and you can view the result in the same window. Okay, so that's why BlueJ is much easier to use. Okay. Do you know when you are running the Java, so you have to write the code in Notepad, you have to run it on command prompt. So it is very difficult for the software engineers. Okay. It is very difficult for the user to run it at different place. So that's why IDE has given us the facility to write the code, to debug it, and to run it at in the same window. Okay. It gives the features. It provides the user interface for code development, testing, and debugging features in the same application. Okay. Now, next topic is related to object-oriented programming concept. What is object-oriented programming concept? An object-oriented programming language is organized around objects. So in this object-oriented programming concept, you have to learn about class and object concept. Suppose there is a birds class, so parrots, peacock, pigeon, sparrow, these are the objects of the bird class. Okay, so you have to learn about class and object concept in object oriented programming language. It is based on class and object concept. It is latest in software development and it has the concept of class and object. The concept of OOPS are, and class and object includes the following features. The following four features, which is given below: abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance, and polymorphism. So OOPS concepts, the concepts of OOPS are abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance, and polymorphism. Okay, so in the next video, I will discuss about the different concepts of OOPS. I will discuss about abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance, and polymorphism. So I hope students you have understood all the topics which I have explained. So thanks for watching this video, children.